You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is July 10th, 2024 meeting of the LaPorte County Sheriff Merit Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
I'd like to welcome you to the July 10th, 2024 meeting of the LaPorte County Sheriff's Merit Board. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Miller, would you?
Yes. Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's kind of obvious it's Fair Week, it's raining and so typical on that. So we'll get things rolling here. And did everyone receive a copy of the minutes from last month's meeting? Are there any corrections to be made? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve as submitted?
So moved.
Have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Motion seconded. All in question. Any questions? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you. Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning.
How are you?
Dry.
Dry?
Yeah. Woke up this morning with no power, so
Oh, yuck.
it's been a
So
hectic.
is that why you're dry? Or?
Yeah, well, it's been a hectic morning, that's for sure. But I appreciate you guys venturing in on this wet, soggy morning. Although, talking to former Sheriff Molinauer, it's supposed to be sunny this afternoon. The sun's supposed to come out and maybe start drying some of this up.
Oh, that'd be nice and humid.
Yeah, right. If we're going to get started, I do have a promotional approval request form. I'll go ahead and read it and then bring it up to you guys for approval. It says to the Sheriff's Merit Board, whereas applicant Jeffrey Armstrong, a member of the department eligible for promotion to the rank of regular patrolman, except as a noted in waiver request form G, if any attached has been found to made the highest grade in written examination, years of service grade and service rating grade total, as per reported on the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department eligibility list published by the Sheriff's Merit Board. In my opinion, appears to have all the necessary attributes to properly discharge his duties and the rank sought. I hereby respectfully request the approval of the board for his promotion to that rank effective 7/26 of 24.
Thank you, sir. Hearing that, are there any questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to accept this promotion and approve it?
So moved.
I have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Have a motion, I have a second. Any questions? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Approved. Also, I should have done this earlier, just for the record, Ms. Mock is not in attendance today, but we still have a quorum to proceed. So.
Yep, thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and get on with the agenda. Our calls for service between May and June decreased. Our total calls for service decreased by 10% from 2,352 to 2,116. And I think that's because during the month of May, we held a lot of traffic enforcement grants going into the Memorial Day holiday. June, I don't believe we had as many traffic enforcement grant opportunities, so I believe that's going to be the reason for the decrease in calls for service. Some good news is our crash reports decreased 20% from 85 in May till 68 in June. And again, our traffic stops decreased 10%, and I think again that's because of the grant funded traffic enforcement that we did in May for the Memorial Day weekend. Year to date, our calls for service still says about 14% decrease from the previous year. In 2023, we covered 14,776. This year, we've covered 12,727 calls for service. So we're still been about that 13-14% throughout the entire year. So Deputy Dylan Heisick continues with his FTO training and is doing extremely well. As a reminder, he is expected to finish up around the end of July, and we are eagerly waiting for him to come up to be off of FTO and get him on the streets. That's really going to help out with a lot of saving him overtime. Deputy Alexander Nolan has begun his FTO training, and he is also doing well. We look forward to his completion of FTO near the 1st of September. And we were just advised yesterday that Deputy Daniel Diaz, who was on the wait list for NILEA, the NILEA class, which begins on July 27th, we received notice yesterday that he has been admitted to the next class. So he's no longer on the waiting list. He's on that class, so that's going to be very helpful as well too. On Friday, June 28th, deputies worked Red Wine and Brew. It's a 3-day event in which a portion of the proceeds goes towards specialty units within the Sheriff's Office, such as our K-9 program, drone program, and our Marine Patrol. Deputies worked over 100 hours on Friday at Red Wine and Brew, and thanks to Captain Allen for his coordination with that event. Captain Heineck and I continue to meet with organizers of the Great Lakes Grand Prix, reference to the Sheriff's Office having a larger presence at the races. We also attended a tabletop exercise with all the stakeholders for the upcoming races. It was, I believe, 2 weeks ago that we held that tabletop exercise in Michigan City, and it's for the boat races which take place the first weekend in August. And I think that's a testament to the Sheriff's Office that the organizers and the Visitors Bureau have come to the Sheriff's Office and have asked for a larger presence of Sheriff's deputies working the boat races. They really appreciate the work and the professionalism that our guys bring, and they like to have a larger presence by the Sheriff's Office there. So,
Sheriff, for that, do we take, or do you guys take the boat up there for that, or?
Correct. If the lake is not choppy, we will have our boat up there and have a presence up there. Not only with our boat, but working the security details overnight within the areas of the dry pits and stuff like that up there.
Gotcha.
Thank you. The LaPorte County Fair has begun and will run from July 6th to the 13th. It's a long week for our deputies, as in total, they will have work over 900 hours at the fair for the week. As of this report, there has been no major issues reported. And I believe on last month I reported that you'll notice that the number of hours that the deputies work out there is sharply increased. And that's because the fair came to us this year and they wanted the Sheriff's Office to provide all the security there. They no longer wanted to use that third-party vendor that they were using because they were unhappy with their services. So that's the reason for the increase of hours that the deputies will be working out there. Another testament to the Sheriff's Office. On Friday, June 28th, we held our third Fridays with Family Express, in which deputies will meet at the Family Express. We met at the one in Kingsbury from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We enjoyed coffee with the customers that came in. This one was very well attended, and there was a lot of excellent interaction with the public at the one at Kingsbury. We've got 2 more scheduled. I'm not quite sure what particular order they're going to be in, but they're going to be held at the one in Westville, and they're going to be held in the one in Roland Prairie before we wrap up the end of the year with those. So, once again, we've partnered with the Play for Jake Foundation and Boat for the Heart for the 6th annual 5K run on Saturday, July 27th. All proceeds from this event continue to support the AED program, which allows an AED to be placed in every patrol car within LaPorte County. We do have all of our patrol cars equipped. The proceeds from these continuous races helps pay for the replacement of batteries and any pads that have been used in them, or any AED that needs to be replaced. So, we've begun to take applications for the 2024 Citizens Police Academy, which will be held on Thursday evenings beginning September 3rd. Interested individuals can apply by scanning a QR code on our Facebook page or going to our website to be able to apply for this. The class is limited to 15 individuals, so if you're thinking about it or if you're interested in attending the Citizens Police Academy, I encourage you to get signed up, and it'll be a whole host of different topics, whether it be evidence collection, jail operations, everything that you experience with the Sheriff's Office. So we're really looking forward to that. Detective Deck has kind of spearheaded this and has begun working on this and is doing a good job with it so far. So we're very happy with that. Our drone program was recently a recipient of a $2,500 grant from Kankakee Valley REMC. Thanks to Detective Jake Coach for his continued leadership with the drone program. I do have a couple of letters of commendation that I'd like to read. The first one is an email from Lee Morris. It says, Ron, Marcia and I were involved in an auto accident on Friday. Your deputy, Austin Epple, was the lead respondent. He could not have been more helpful. A great positive image for your department, and I'm sure reflective of the positive leadership that you and the team are providing. Lee Morris. And the next one I have is from a lady from Porter County. It says, Dear Sheriff Heeg, I'm writing this letter to express my gratitude to your department for having an officer like Deputy Keith Waltz. On the morning of Saturday, May 25th, I was involved in an accident in which a wild turkey flying into my front passenger windshield, which shattered it and made visibility on that side impossible to see through. Deputy Waltz was the first officer dispatched to investigate the incident. He was very professional, courteous, and escorted my passenger and I to safety off the highway. He went above and beyond to make sure the glass was off the dashboard so that we could drive back home. His dedication in ensuring that we were not harmed, as well as advising my passengers to not travel in the front passenger seat due to the glass particles that were floating in the air, was very appreciated. He instructed us to drive on the right lane and to keep our warning flashers on until we reached our destination. We are very grateful to have met Deputy Waltz, as well to know that he is a part of your department. His calm demeanor helped us to remain calm because we were a little shook up after the experience. Knowing officers like Deputy Waltz are doing the job to serve and protect the citizens in Indiana is comforting. Once again, thank you, Sheriff Heeg and Deputy Keith Waltz. Signed, Jacqueline Moody. And you'll see that we have the Warrants Division, Detective Bureau. We do not have the Jail Division report as Deputy Hahn is off this week. And that's all I've got. Our next meeting will be August 14th at 9 a.m. That's all I've got this morning.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the floor? Comments from the floor? I'd like to thank former Sheriff Mike Mullenhour for being here, a member of the County Council, and I believe you're the liaison to the Sheriff's Department, so thank you for being here. It's refreshing to see someone from that department here to hear firsthand how well the department's doing. So no other comments from the floor, other comments from the board. Mr. Miller? Laura?
No comment.
No comment.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you. Question real quick, Sheriff. The Citizens Police Academy, what's the duration of that? How long does it last?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yep.
I was also pleased to see the annual posting of our former sheriff and his friendly cat.
And it went for his birthday yesterday. Yeah. Happy birthday to Sheriff Boyd.
Absolutely.
He celebrated a birthday yesterday.
It's always good to see that, and want to thank Captain Heineck for reminding all of us how fond he is of the cats. So that's so. Having nothing else, is there any comments again from anyone? I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Meeting adjourned at 9:15.